What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? It's your man Dangerous Voice, the People's Choice. Live and direct from New York City. Welcome to the stream. How y'all feeling? How y'all doing? Get some things going in here real quick. I was debating on whether I should go live or not tonight. Of course, as you see, I am here. So, just doing some stuff for the YouTube. Like I said, I keep saying I'm gonna drop Facebook. I haven't dropped them yet. Keep saying, yeah, I'm gonna drop them because I never get any traction over there. Then here I am on Facebook. Yeah, we're gonna play some Warframe tonight on PC. I forgot what happened to the I have like a default thing that's set up and then it's not showing up for some reason. Especially on my YouTube. I need that to show up on my YouTube. So on my YouTube, I'm not understanding why that's not there. Setting up things, folks. If you're coming in, or if you're watching the replay, I'm just getting some things set up. How you doing? How y'all feeling tonight? For those of y'all that are live, got my live tweet there. Like I remember really liking this girl, and me and her, at least what I thought was I thought we were having good conversations, and you know, one day I just didn't hear from her again, and I was just like, that's weird. So of course later on, you know, somebody put me on game like, if I only was going on, somebody put me on game like, oh yeah, you know, the person that she really wanted popped up, you know, finally started acting right. Like they pretty much like, they got the person that they wanted to pay attention to them, so then they just dropped you. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess that happened. A lot of times that's what happens when somebody ghosts you, especially if that got in that beginning stage where y'all just talking. Like, Like it didn't really go anywhere. Maybe I didn't even go on a date yet. It's just like, oh, you just got ghosted. Like, oh, the person that they really wanted started paying attention to them. You just gotta deal with that. Like that's how things are. Did somebody take me to 7 one time? I thought somebody had took me. I think somebody taxied. Yeah, because this is my PC account. I think somebody taxied me before. I'm gonna do a little bit more warm. I was playing earlier. I'm gonna do a little bit of a warm up over here and get it up. But finally, what's going on? Yeah, I am playing on PC tonight, so I know you're like, oh, he's playing Warframe. It's PC. It's PC right now. Cause I never played my PC account, man. I keep telling folks I want to get my PC account to where my PlayStation account is, and I just like never play my PC account because I don't believe in this whole cross save notion that everybody keeps saying. It's cross save is gonna happen. I'm like, bruh, trust me. After this whole Apple Epic thing, and they expose how much Sony is doing crossplay and cross save, like what they're doing to discourage the cross save and crossplay. I'm like, bro, I have no confidence in the cross save for this game happening. Zero. You can do what you gotta do. I played last night. Got you. When I'm playing PS4 next, I'll let you know. But yeah, so everything that's going on with Apple, Epic, and Sony. So everything that's going on with Apple versus Epic Games, so the creators of Fortnite. What's going on with them is they're going through a vicious legal battle, and like a lot of other stuff is being exposed, like business practices and everything like that, on how Sony and Microsoft and Nintendo, well, not Nintendo, but it's been mostly Sony and Microsoft, how they operate and how they generate revenue and all that stuff. Like it's been a lot of that like going on, and Epic revealed like what they had to pay for what they had to do for cross-play and cross-save, how much they had to pay Sony, how much revenue they're making on Sony, because they had to compare it to like how they're doing stuff with Apple and how they generate revenue through Apple. So they had to compare it, and then they found out all the stuff about what they had to pay through cross-play, and if they wanted cross-play enabled, this is what Sony required. And pretty much Sony was like on some, just, I wouldn't say Gestapo stuff, but it was just like, it was bad, man. It was just like, damn, Sony, y'all making them like go through hell and high water just to get the crossplay going. Like Sony pretty much said like, yo, whatever they want to cut, pretty much what Sony did was like, yo, we want a cut of the money that you're making elsewhere if you want us to enable crossplay. So like somebody might have a Fortnite account, their Epic account through on Sony, and they play mostly on Sony, but then they might buy some content through the Epic Game Store or another online store that's not Sony, and Sony's like, yo, we want to cut of that too. The name of this game, please. Hey Seth, what's going on? The name of this game is called Warframe. I believe I have it in my title, and as well as in the thing if you're on Facebook. If not, let me know if it's not there, and I can fix that. But it's Warframe. This game is totally free to play and it's on everything. It's on PlayStation, it's on Xbox, it's on PC, it's on Switch, it's on pretty much everything. Most most people play it on PC or PlayStation. I have a PC account and a PlayStation account. So if you want to play this game, you can definitely add me, and we can get some games on PC or on PlayStation. Just let me know. But yeah, all that stuff so what I was saying was Sony just pretty much wanted a cut of whatever else is going on and anywhere else, and like they pretty much any game that's cross-play or cross-save with Sony, that's pretty much their requirement for you. So everybody's having to pay that price with Sony, and a lot of people, they just pay because Sony is where like a lot of the console gamers are, at least for this generation, the PS4 and the PS5. Like that's where a lot of the console gamers are. So like it's kind of like, yo, you want to put your product where the consumers are, and Sony knows that, so that's why. Oh yeah, there it is. Haha, sorry. So Sony knows that, and they're taking advantage, because they even said, like, in the last console generation when it was PS3 and the Xbox 360, like Sony was more open to crossplay, and Microsoft wasn't, because that's where everybody was. Most of the players on console for the last generation were playing on Xbox, and they're playing on 360. So then when Xbox One came about, they didn't know and PS4, and the PS4 was winning. Now they're more open to crossplay, and Sony's like, nah, because they have the advantage. So people thinking like, yeah, Microsoft is open to it and Sony's just being dicks. I'm like, nah, Microsoft, when they were in that same position, they were the same way. So whoever has the advantage is always going to be like, yeah, crossplay, because then they'll get more people to either stick with their system or buy their system. So so that's what's been going on as far as this game. That's why I keep telling people. So I said all that to say, this is why I don't believe there's going to be any cross-play or cross-save with this game. And I'm going to be that. The one time they did like anything with cross-play or cross-save was like people that had a Nintendo Switch account. They allowed them to go. No, they allowed the people that were playing on PC to convert their stuff over to a Nintendo Switch account, and vice versa. So if you had a Switch account and you want to be on PC, you can go from Switch to PC and back and likewise. It was a one-time thing though. So it was like, look, if you want your PC account to be on Switch, we can do that, but it's one way. That's it. And then vice versa. If you want your Switch account to go to PC, and we can do that. It's one time switch. It was like a one time where like any type of cross play, cross save happened was during that time. After that, it was just like, nah, we straight. We that's not going down anymore. Nothing. Again, not involving Sony. So that's why some folks that play Warframe, they have multiple accounts. There's some folks that like, they want to switch their console account to PC, but then it's not allowed. So then cats just drop the game altogether. Sorry, my foot was itching. Like I have my homie Bomb First, who got like 500-600 hours in the game on Xbox. On Xbox, he was like, "Yo, I want to switch it to I want to switch this into PC," and not able to. So he just like he dropped the game altogether because he's like, "Yo," he's kind of doesn't play on console too much anymore because he has a really nice PC that he bought. So he plays most of his games on PC now. So he's like, "Yo." So he's sitting there saying like, Like, yo, I'm gonna switch this to my PC, and they're like, no, it's not allowed, so doesn't even play the game anymore. He was somebody that loved the game too. Like, so it's a lot of folks that want to do that. They want to switch it over to like they want to switch their console account over to PC because maybe they don't play that console anymore. Maybe that console's just old now. Like it's old to them now, so they're like, "Yo, we want to switch," and they're like, "Nah, they can't." So like they just drop the game because there are folks that are just like, "Yo, I'm not doing that over again. I'm not playing." There's a lot of content in this game. This game is like 8 years old. It just turned 8. So imagine 8 years of content you got to do over again. And they're like, nah, fuck that. Cass is literally like, nah, I'm not doing that over. Me, I'm not too far in the game. Nick Gurr, you're Nick Gurr, really? Your legal name better be Nicholas, otherwise I'm about to ban you. Just saw that on my damn thing. I'm like, really, bruh? There is a college football player with that name. Nicholas Gurr. When they realized like that was his actual like given name, but they was like they refused to say his name. They either call him Nicholas or they will say Gurr. It's a whole, yeah. I forget what school he played for too. It was a college football player where like they would not say his name. They would always refer to his. They would either say his. They would say his first name. They hardly said his last name. They always say his first name. I'm just doing this to warm up. I have to go to Mars and do some missions. I want to see if I can clear Mars. And then I might switch to another game after that, actually. Just doing this to like warm up. I was playing a little bit off stream. Trying to get used to Rhino. Like I don't know how to use, like I know how to use Rhino, but it's been a while since I used Rhino. So yeah, Warframe, man. No matter what people say about Warframe, when Warframe is dying, Warframe is dead, there isn't another game like it. Even though people like to say, oh, Warframe is dead. I'm watching for the Philippines. Oh, okay, cool, Seth. Thank you for coming through. Okay, let's see. Squad. I'm playing on PC, but I'm playing with a controller because I've played way too long with with a controller, and sometimes I'm like, yeah, I'm. What frames you got? Shit. I got Rhino, I got Mag, and I got Atlas. This is only, like I said, this is on my PC account. On PlayStation, I'm a lot further ahead, but this is my PC account. So like, I tell people all the time, I am I'm new on I'm new on PC, but I'm not new to the game. Like so right now I'm brand new on this account. So like I said, I know what I'm doing. It's just, you know, it's that's why I say, you know, what so going back to my point, because I got kind of sidetracked. What I was saying was, everybody always says how this game is dying, or how nobody wants to play this game anymore. But like, there isn't another game like it. Yeah, I play PS4. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that's mostly where I play. I'm playing my PC account right now for today. But yeah, we can get up on PlayStation, man, if you ever want to. I'm always open to running to squad. I'm always open to running a squad on PC or on PC or on PlayStation. This game is one of a kind. Yeah, there isn't any other game like it. Some games have come close. Like for instance, Outriders came kind of close. Destiny comes kind of close. But it's like, this game is super unique, man. And they've refined it over the years and all that stuff. Like, it's just, this game's one of a kind, man. And there's people that, like, it's old people that have left the game. Old content creators are like, man, this game, man, I just want it to be better. I want it to be great, and they trash the game on YouTube and on Twitch and everything. And I'm sitting here like, and then a lot of times they can't come up with concrete things that need to be changed, or like. So some of the older players, yeah, they still update it even after 8 years. Yeah, so some of the older players, what they've said or what they've told me is that they need to change this, that, or the third in the game to make it better. And I've said the things that you want to change, make it a different game. Like a lot of the changes that some of them were saying, oh man, like I wanted to change, I want it to be this. And I'm like, that makes it Destiny, or that makes it like this game, or that makes it like that game, and like it's not this. You see what I'm saying? It's like it's not the same game anymore. You're making it. It'll essentially be another game by you getting those changes. And like I'm saying, like it probably needs to stay where it is. Some things probably need to be refined, but it probably needs to stay where it is. And then. Excuse me, probably needs to stay where it is and just improve some of the mechanics and other stuff in the game. Like right now, I feel like I haven't played enough content in this game to be like, yeah, they need to change this, that, and the third, because every time I play a game, I'm like, yo, this game is amazing. I like it. It's sometimes the grind gets to me in this game. And sometimes that's why I stop playing it, or because it's like, yo, it's a grind to play this game sometimes. Yeah, I've really played for so long, but I gotta go on and off just like you learn. But I'm really into it. Yeah. At one point, for like 3 or 4 months straight, I played nothing but this game on stream, like on YouTube and on Twitch. I played nothing but this game, so I get it. Sometimes this is one of those games that has so much content. Like if you're not at end game, this game has so much content for you to go through that you could get burnt out on it. Like now, if you're at end game, like yo, you might you come back when they do something new, and then be out. But if you're somebody that just began the game maybe 2-3 years ago, like yeah, you're not gonna get through this game. You're not gonna get through the content in this game, unless even if you have some pros with you that can like walk you through the game and shit. It still takes a while. And then the game kind of hamstrings you with some of its own time constraints, like with building frames and all that stuff. Yeah, I beat it, but even then it's still so much. Yeah, like I thought the whole point of this game was collecting the frames, and then come to find out, oh nah, it's like way more stuff than that. I'm like, shit. Who the hell is shooting at me? But like I said, I like this game. I'll continue to play it.
You're nearing the console. Trigger the alarms now, and they will start destroying the data. Alarms have been triggered. You need to retrieve that data before the data destruction is complete.
Oh man, how'd I get in here? Yo, you should start a Twitch channel. I watch you on there too. I do have a Twitch channel, so in my description is my Twitch channel. It's the same as Dangerous Voice. It's twitch.tv/Dangerous Voice. I'm on Twitch right now. I'm on Twitch and YouTube and Facebook right now. So if you'd rather watch me there, I am there right now. Come through, follow me, throw a sub if you're feeling lucky. Come through to the stream, but I'm there right now. Oh man, I always need help with these damn spy missions. I fucking suck at them. I always ask my man Fire Only for help on his spy missions, but you know he plays mostly on only on PlayStation. I need to get some more PC friends. But in my description, if you're on Facebook and if you're on YouTube, it's in there. My Twitch channel. You wanna come through, hop through, come watch me over there.
Console is nearby. If you trigger the alarms now, the enemy will start destroying data.
Come on.
Hey. Oh, my alerts work now. Yeah, I was having trouble with my alerts. Oh!
Alarms. Data destruction is imminent. You need to hurry.
Did I tell you I hate these spy missions? Did I tell you I hate spy missions? This is exactly why I hate spy missions, yo, because this be some bullshit. I might as well just go straight to C.
Lost this data. You need to be more careful next round.
hate spy missions, yo. That's why I always try to get help. I always ask for help with these, man, because I suck at them, yo. Keep it a buck with y'all, yo. I always trip the alarm. When I don't be trying to trip the alarm, so I'll be like, yo, something always happen. I be looking around like, okay, what I gotta do? Trying to be quiet and shit. This motherfucker.
Lose this data and the mission will be a complete failure.
Barely fucking got that shit. Thank God you only need one. But GXD Shaylin, man, I'm sorry. Thank you for the follow, man, on Twitch, man. I appreciate you. Thank you for the sub on YouTube. I appreciate you too on YouTube. I do a lot of different content. I need to do more Warframe content on there, but on YouTube I do a lot of gaming news content. So I'm always talking about gaming news and stuff happening in the gaming world on my Twitch channel when I'm playing games and stuff, which is why I say, should I just start a solo podcast? For those of you that come through and watch me a lot, it doesn't let me comment on Twitch. Oh, that's weird. Should let you. Probably might just need to refresh. Might just try refreshing the page and then try to comment. Like, you're not banned. You just follow. That's odd. But yeah, that's why I was saying maybe I should start a solo podcast talking about stuff in the gaming world on Twitch, because I do that on stream all the time. Like I come on stream, I always look up something to talk about, and then I talk about it. Then, you know, whatever comes to mind, like the chat brings me or whatever, I'll start talking about that in on stream too. We were mostly with her grandparents, you know, making sure the whole family sees her while she's here. She's only here for the weekend. And so, you know, we spent a lot of time together. We made a bunch of TikTok videos and stuff. We had fun. If you've been on my social media for Dangerous Voice, you'll see some of those things. So if you don't follow my Instagram or whatever, or my Twitter, those videos are on there. Me doing TikTok videos and stuff with Kid Danger. Well, she doesn't like me calling her Kid Danger. She calls herself Mega Girl. That's like the gaming name that she chose. But I call it Kid Danger because people know who I'm talking about when I say Kid Danger. I say Kid Danger, like, oh yeah, her. Of course, you're a kid. It says it's full. What you mean? Or not able to see it. Oh, so Kid Danger lives in another state. So that's the only reason why it was a big deal that she was here. I see her, and it's been harder since because of coronavirus. Like, I used to see her pretty often, at least once or twice, at least once every 2 months. I would say she lives like. She's a girl. Why should she? What was she? So I used to see her once every 2 months before coronavirus. Then coronavirus is like just killed like all of that because we were just worried about keeping her safe. So now we're gonna go. We're working back towards that. Me and her mother, like me being able to visit and go see, and her coming to New York and stuff every more often because stuff is starting to die down. But it's been pretty rough just because of coronavirus and everything. Oh, that's sad, man. I wish my dad wanted to try to see me. I speak to Kid Danger twice a week though, on FaceTime. Like don't get it twisted. Like I speak to her pretty often. Just going through FaceTime and stuff. Just got a brand new iPad too. She's 8 years old. Now she live in New York. I'm from PA. Yeah, I'm in New York, and she's in Virginia. So came out. We had a ball. She always wants to stream with me, but like I said, I wasn't home. I literally picked her up from where I had to pick her up from, and then brought her to my parents' house, and we just stayed there for the entire weekend. So I never came back home so we could do like a stream or something. And she wanted to do that so bad. And she thought my stuff was she thought I was gonna bring the whole setup to her grandparents. I thought she was just gonna bring it here. I was like, you know how much stuff that is? I was gonna bring it all here. Wanted me to bring the whole stream setup here. I got lights, I got a mic, a 4K camera, a big ass light, I got a big mid tower PC, and I got a bunch of stuff, man. Like she wanted me to bring all of that over there. She was like, I thought you was gonna bring it here. Say no. Not gonna do that. This kid. Oh my goodness. I know one thing, but she's the only child, so I gotta try to keep her balanced as I can, because she's the only child. First of all, she's the youngest grandchild on my side of the family. She's the youngest grandchild and one of only 2 girls. Then on her mother's side, she's the only grandchild, so she is spoiled to say the least. And I am trying to keep her balanced as possible, but it's hard when you're the only kid. It's like, well, you're even without trying, you're gonna spoil the kid. So I remember even without trying, you're gonna spoil the kid because it's that's your kid. Now you want to make sure your kid is is good and has what she needs, or has what he or she needs. Excuse me. And what bugged me out, it was something small. Usually, I don't have any issues with Kid Danger. She's a pretty good kid. She doesn't give me She doesn't have any behavioral problems, no problems in school. She's a really good kid. Really even-keeled kid. But there'll be times where I'll be noticing, yo, this kid is spoiled. So for instance, this happened. So she told me she was hungry, right? But it's late. It's 11 o'clock at night. She told me she's hungry. I'm like, look, you can't have a meal. If she wanted a meal, and I was like, yo, we can't have a meal because it's too big. It's just too much right now. But we can have a snack. So go try to find a snack. We got some apples. We got some fruit in the house. Okay, we got some fruit and stuff. We can get some fruit. No problem, right? So I'm like, yo, there's some apples. You want apples? Oh yeah, no, yeah, I want an apple. So I take the apple, I wash it off, right? And I give it to her. And she just looks at me. I'm like, what? What's wrong? She's like, oh, you're not gonna peel it? So she tried to peel it with her teeth, but I wouldn't. But halfway through, she just got she just got frustrated and just ate the apple like how normal people would eat it. They just bite it. Because she starts peeling with her teeth, and I'm like, I just watch it. I'm like, okay, it's like you really want this apple peel, but it ain't going down. And I was like, I'm not giving her a knife or nothing to do it. Yo, this fucking maze, bro. So am I ahead of them or behind them? Like, I don't even know. No, I'm going the wrong way. The way you just said, who peeled apples till you had me die? I was like, it has to be her mother. The one that when she was born said I was going to be the one to spoil her. And I was like, no, that's going to be you. And come to find out, it is her. You know who has her most of the time? Her mother. Who's she with the majority of the time? Her mother. She's not with me. Bro, what the yeah, just get us out of here. So, but you know, Kid Danger is a very good kid, extremely good kid. Nobody ever has to tell me about her behavior. She doesn't get into any trouble in school. She's really good at school. She enjoys school. She goes over to other parents' house. They never have to tell me that, hey, she's acting up. She doesn't act up with any other family members. Like, she's pretty even keel. Like she's energetic and stuff, but you know, what kid isn't? Like, the type of energetic she is, it's like normal. It's like a lot of the stuff that I feel like, okay, I need to get this under control. It's kind of like her energy level sometimes. Like, sometimes she'll be really energetic and I'm just like, hey, calm down. But it's like normal kid stuff. Nothing to be like, yo, this is a problem. It's more like, yeah, this is normal kid stuff, and that's just what it is when you have a little kid. Nothing I feel like is something that I need to get under control. So she's been pretty good. I feel like whenever I have a boy, that's gonna be a problem because little boys have testosterone, and sometimes that energy level mixed with testosterone, that's hard to come down from. So trying to get them to calm down is gonna be a lot. Trying to get a little boy to calm down is always gonna be a lot harder because that testosterone in there gives him that extra energy. He's like, oh man, it's gonna be off the wall. Little girls, sometimes they have that energy level, but it's a little easier to get them to come down off that energy level. Hearing this just makes me sad. I feel bad for you, man. Why do you feel bad? I just said, like, I don't have any problems with. I just said I don't have any problems with Kid Danger. She's, like I said, a good kid. No issues. No issues as far as behavior, which is what, you know, that sometimes be the thing that you gotta worry about. Oh, because you don't get to see a lot? Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. But you know, you gotta do what you can, man. Like, be as involved as you can. That's all I try to do. It's like, just try to be as involved as I can be. Try not to let it get to me, you know. So, oh, somebody got the red key. Okay, we out of here because ain't shit to defend over here. But nah, I'm good, bruh. Yeah, you know, it hurts me and my girlfriend been together like a year and 3 months now. I barely get to see it maybe like one time, maybe one every 2 months. Why is your? Yeah, it hurts me. Me and my girlfriend have been together for a year and 3 months now. I barely get to see her. Maybe like one time every 2 months. You talking about your girlfriend or your kid? I'm just trying to make sure I'm following the right things. I'm like, wait, what did he say? He have a kid? Not sure. Well, we're done, ain't we? What are we still doing? Oh, it's this last one we gotta do. Who has the key for that? Oh, we're done. My girlfriend now, yeah, I've been there with the long distance stuff, which is why I'm trying not to do that anymore, because that's part of the reason what broke up me and Kid Danger's mother was that she lived in Virginia. She used to live in New York, but she moved. And you know, that distance was killing us. It really affected us. And like now, like I've been in long distance relationships before, and it's just like, you know, I'm kind of at the point like, do I want to do that again? Like, cause there are times where I've like run into women that I would be interested in, and I'm like, but they don't like even live in the same state as me, or they don't live close to me at all, and I'm like, bro, would I do this again? And like the answer half the time is nah, man. Like, it's a wrap for that. Just cause it's I don't have a kid. I want one. Though my girlfriend doesn't want one. How old are you and your girlfriend though? Like you said, like I understand. Like you say, I say I don't want one, but I say I don't. You say she doesn't want kids, but like how old are you, both of you? If you don't mind me asking. They're trying to do a round 2. I'm trying to be up out of here. 18. Oh, you got time, bro. This guy trying to stay. I ain't trying to stay. I'm up out of here. I wouldn't even be thinking about kids, man. If I'm you, I wouldn't be thinking about kids until I'm on the other side of 25. So I wouldn't even be thinking about kids at all until at least 26, 27. I had my kid at 20. I had Kid Danger at 26. Honestly, I feel like most men shouldn't start thinking about kids until they're on the other side of 25. So when you're 25, 26, okay, maybe I should start thinking about settling down. That's when you should start thinking about it, not actually do it. That's when you should start thinking about it. Until then, have fun, date. You're right now. You're at the age where you still should be starting college, all that stuff. Do that stuff first. Like that shouldn't even be on your mind until you're like 25. Most folks that's even older than me would tell you, yo, you might not even want to wait until you might not even want to. You might want to wait until you're like 30. Which way should I go? Capture. And well, I'm trying to clear Mars. That's the goal of this stream for today. I'm trying to clear this. I want to have one when I own my first house. That's admirable, definitely. So, if that's what you're thinking about, the first thing you should be thinking about is, if you're thinking about owning your own home before you have kids, which is fine, which is very smart to think that way. First thing you should be thinking about is making sure you establish good credit. Make sure you establish good credit, and then what type of career do you want? Because those are things that's ultimately going to determine what type of house you can get. What type of career that you want, and what type of salary or what kind of salary you need to have to be able to own a home, especially in this market, which is not set up for young people. This housing market is not set up for young people, and we keep trying to tell. Like my parents are in their 60s and 70s. And this is what we try to tell them, like, yo, the housing market is not set up for young professionals, yo. Like, you just need good credit, yeah. The housing market is not set up for young professionals or young people in general, and which is why a lot of us are also getting married and having kids later than our parents did. It's because of that. It's like, yo, we're thinking about, okay, like my parents, like always had a safe and secure place to live, but the housing market was the housing market was in a place where, it was where you didn't have to be making a crazy amount of money or have to have a crazy amount of, or you didn't have to be making a crazy amount of money to buy a house. Whereas now it's like, yo, you need a lot of money to actually buy a house now. You need more money. You need twice the amount of money that our parents needed to buy a house. Like my parents didn't need that much money to buy a house when they bought a house, but they did. But now, like, for me to buy a house, it's gonna be double or triple what they paid, and it's like, yo, like, it's crazy. And then I live in New York, where the cost of living is outrageous, which is why this mass exodus of people that are under the age of 35. People under the age of 35 are the main people that would probably need to buy a home, because they're trying to start their families. They're not buying homes in New York. They're leaving and going down south. They're going down south or other places to start their family or start and buy their homes and stuff, because the prices are outrageous. The prices are outrageous, yo. Because how things are now is, it used to be you could buy a home on one income. Back with my parents back when my parents bought a home, you could buy a home on one income and be able to afford it. Whereas now, like, yo, if you don't got two incomes, bro, like it's not happening.
The reactor is going into stasis. Now is your chance to defeat the sabotage. Use whatever you can to ensure it never works again.
Oh my goodness. So
C.O.O.L extractor.
I don't say all this to make excuses for why like we're not like why young folks ain't buying houses, but like when you look at the reasons, like yo, why most young folks are saying, yo, why aren't young folks buying houses? And this is the reasons that they're giving, like yo, we can't afford it, or like where we live, it's just too much. So like they're moving to places and states where it's like they can do that. Defense, so I'm gonna capture. We gotta do the junction. What I gotta do for this junction? The assassination. Yeah, I kind of want them to win. I asked to see your reaction. If you want PS4, I'd be able to help. Not on PS4 today, man. I'm usually on PS4. On PS4, I got a lot more cool stuff too. Got some better weapons. I got more frames. Shoot, I got like 2 or 3 frames I was farming. But on my PC friends, it's funny, yo, how when I play this game, and so my man Fire Only, he's always here. Fire Only's always here. But it's funny how people show up to the stream and they're on the system that I'm not playing on at the current time. My favorite frame is Nidus currently, because like I said, I haven't tried all the frames. But so far, I like playing Nidus the most. Nidus, and then of course I like Rhino. Nidus is my favorite thing so far. I like Neza as well too. But like, I think I enjoy playing Nidus the most. But it's kind of what I like surmise. Like, I really like playing Nidus. But it's funny how like when I stream and I play on PS4, all the PC people show up, and then when I play on PC, all the PS4 people show up. I'm like, bruh, like y'all never show up when I'm playing on the system that y'all on. It's just crazy how that happens, yo. Like whatchamacallit, like my guy Fire Only, he's always here. Tried and true, but he's on PS4. I'm talking about like the folks that normally show up. When they finally do show up, they show up for that. They show up for that stream. This guy about to kill him without me because he got all the way over here already. I look like he having trouble. He ain't kill him yet. When's your next stream? Tomorrow. I don't know a time yet. It's gonna be tomorrow. Sure, it might be after my workout in the it might be after I eat breakfast because it might be early in the morning. I don't got nothing to do tomorrow. So I'm gonna wake up, eat, eat, eat something, go to the gym, come back, take a shower, see what else I got going on. Then stream. I'm probably, you know what? I'm gonna say 1 o'clock tomorrow, my next stream. But you know, if you don't follow me on social media, make sure you do. There's my Twitter and my Instagram, and there's my Discord. Tomorrow, what I'm gonna be on, I'm not sure. I might not even be playing this game. It's it's that extra money I don't want to spend, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? I really don't need this. I can wait.
Still working on it.
Whereas I've been in this, yo, I need it now. And I'm like, nah, you don't. I probably need to start doing that for unhealthy food too. Like for anytime I want to buy junk food and stuff, I probably need to start doing that.
The odds were against us,
Shit,
Shadow.
I'd probably be a billionaire. I'd probably be a billionaire doing that shit. I've been buying junk. I've been buying junk all weekend. Oh man, man, I gotta look at my topics. I was like, what did I write down for gaming topics? Man, what's on my PC? Cause I'm like, yeah, I never have trouble, like getting matchmaked on PS4. I feel like there's always somebody, and like I'm playing on PC. I'm like, damn, there's hardly been anybody matchmaking today. What did I have for gaming topics for today? Let me see. No, not much. It isn't much out there. It's just all the new games and stuff coming out. So what I was saying was, so a question I had for everybody in the chat. What was the first video game you remember playing? The very first video game? The first video game I remember playing, like ever, was Super Mario Brothers 2 for the Nintendo Entertainment System. It's the first video game I remember playing. I was adjusting something. Alright, bet. Oh shit. Get my ass whooped right now. Hold on. So you would have thought. Pokemon on DS. Oh man, which Pokemon was that though? Me telling you that it's Nintendo, it just shows you that I'm older. But he said Pokemon on DS. I was like, damn. Which Pokemon was that though? Because I think after, that's something I said I was gonna do on stream too. Was replay one of the old Pokemon, replay some of the old Pokemon games. I don't know when I'm gonna do that, but it was something that I said I was gonna do. But yeah, I go as far back as Pokemon Red and Blue battling through a link cable. Wasn't no Wi-Fi. You have to battle through the link cable, yeah. I remember all the time. I beat the game like 20 times. Yeah, I'm talking about red and blue, not the remakes. The fire red and green and the fire red and green leaf and all that stuff. Nope, red and blue and yellow. The special version with Pikachu, and Pikachu follows you around. That was like a big deal. Those are the last Pokemon games that I played and beat. Like the stuff after that, I haven't played, and I know it's evolved since then. It's the Pokemon on the DS. Oh, that's when they had Wi-Fi connectivity. You could connect wirelessly. You can connect wirelessly and play your opponents through the link cable. Without a link cable. Like what? Somebody had to have the little link cable so y'all could battle. So y'all could battle Pokemon. And then you had to sneak your Game Boy to school, and then you had to sneak off to a. And then I remember we had to sneak off into like a corner where like the lunch aides and the school monitors weren't, so they wouldn't try to snatch our Game Boys, so we can battle. Yeah, so like we would have to like, yo, just meet us over here, and we could play, and we can battle our Pokemon. But my Pokemon is stronger than your Pokemon, and battle through a link cable. And we had to make sure, and there was only one kid that ever had the link cable, so we had to make sure we had to like borrow it from the kid. For real, that kid should have been charging us, yo. It was always one kid that had the link cable. He should have been charging us like $1.50 to use his link cable, yo. That was like a missed opportunity for him. He just let us borrow it. But he said he wouldn't let us play if he wasn't there. So like, he let us use the link cable, but if he wasn't there, he wouldn't let us hold it. So we could play and battle, but he had to be there. So like, we had to make sure this third kid was there, so we can battle. So we can battle his kids, because he wouldn't let the link cable out of his sight, which was smart too. Which was smart too, because he didn't want nobody to steal it. That kid would have made so much money. Yeah, I'm telling you, yo. If he would have just charged, we were 10. So if he would have charged 50 cents or even $1, he could have made buku money, yo. He could have made a lot of money. Like I said, he would let us hold it, but like I said, we couldn't battle without him being there. Cause then like when he left, he would take his link cable with him, so we couldn't like, yo, let us borrow. Like, nope. That was smart too. I was like, yeah, I know. I was like, there was always that one kid that you're like, yo, I don't know. He might walk off and try to go home with my shit, and then I'll never see it again. The link cable. You don't know nothing about that link cable. That link cable life. You don't know nothing about that. That's old school Pokemon right there, yo. They say that's part of the reason why they had to remake the old Pokemons. So like when they remade the red and blue version, or red and green, when they remade them for the Game Boy Advance and the DS and stuff. Like they remade them because they were like, yo, the old Pokemons, like they made it so like all the versions were compatible with each other, but what they didn't account for was the wireless capability and technology. And like those old cartridge versions, for some reason they didn't have that capability to account for the wireless stuff. So they were like, yo, we gotta remake these. And then they saw it as well. If we remake these, like, shoot, it's probably a good idea anyway because we could update the visuals, and then the fans will definitely be down for a remake. So that's the whole reason why they really remade it, because they knew they were gonna make money. But they told the fans at first was, oh, it's because of the wireless technology, all that stuff. Like, so you can bring those Pokemon from that old version to the new version or whatever. Because we made all the stuff compatible. It was just that we couldn't account for the technology advancing the way it did. I'm like, really, bro? Like, come on, bro. Remasters and stuff make money, bro. Like, come on. I knew it was a money grab, but it was a money grab that was also good for the fans. So, you know, it was a win-win for everybody. Just like they tried to act like that was the only reason why they did it. I'm like, bro, nah, y'all was gonna make a pretty penny and have the fans happy, bro. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, I'm leaving. I'm trying to get on. I'm trying to clear this planet. So, yep. It was a good time. It was a good time playing Pokemon back then. Good time playing Pokemon back then. Joe Mama Gaming. That's a funny username. Okay, where I gotta go next? Deimos. Oh, it's just here, I guess. Capture. But yeah, like I remember I started to play Gold and Silver, and then I think at that point I was like, yeah, I think that's when I realized, like, yeah, I'm kind of done with Pokemon. And I always wanted to come back to it, but at the time I was like, yeah, I think I'm done, like, cause I didn't want to do the grind of Pokemon anymore. And then I remember somebody talking about, like, you know, Pokemon should have like a real Pokemon should have like a competitive scene as far as like battling Pokemon, but for some reason it's just Pokemon has always been good. They say Pokemon. I remember somebody explaining to me, like, "Yo, Pokemon should have a competitive scene, bro. Like, it really should have a competitive scene. Like, it should be like, you know, somewhat like Evo or something. Like, it should be some type of like Pokemon battle tournament, whatever. But like, the legendary Pokemon and stuff are so. It's like the game is not balanced for that. Like, everybody, they tell me, they're like, yeah, it's like, yo, can you imagine like a Pokemon battle tournament where like you train your Pokemon at home and you train your Pokemon and then you go to like a live competitive scene, y'all battle Pokemon like a strategy card game or something like that. Like, it should be like on par with like a Hearthstone or Magic the Gathering. So like Pokemon should be up there, but like the game is so unbalanced as far as its Pokemon that they can't have a tournament like that. Like the trading card game, they could do tournaments and stuff like that, but like the game itself, like say you took Pokemon Sword and Shield and like, okay, we're gonna have a tournament, like they can't do that because the Pokemon have never been balanced enough where like you can where you can do that. So what'll happen is it'll just be like everybody's gonna be running the same legendary lineup and then trying to battle it out. It's just like, yo, like if everybody's running like the same meta lineup, it's like, yo, there's no strategy to the game. You just take okay whoever's the most powerful Pokemon, just go in, and then go into a, and then just go in into a tournament with it. It's like everybody's gonna be running the same Pokemon. It's like yo, nah, we can't do that. But yeah, it should have like its own like tournament like that, but it's not going to. You know what? This is probably why I haven't been feeling well. Ah man, one of these. I usually need help for these. This is gonna be fucking long as fuck. You definitely usually want a buddy for one of these. Goodness, okay, here we go. I haven't played Pokemon in years. It's hard to play. It's. I mean, Pokemon is like. You know what I'm saying? To a certain degree, you might have in certain cases, you might have outgrown it. Like, cause that's what I felt about Pokemon. I was like, yeah, I think I've outgrown this. Like, it wasn't fun anymore. It just felt like a grind. And it felt like a grind that I didn't want to do. I was like, yeah, I really don't want to do this grind. Like, this ain't fun anymore. And I think that's where I got with Pokemon, and then I haven't been back. Like I play it in spurts sometimes. Like I play it in spurts sometimes. Like oh yeah, this was like just reminiscing back to like my childhood or whatever. But like doing one of these by yourself has always been tough, yo. Yeah, it just feels like the same stuff. Yeah, Pokemon, man, it ain't going nowhere. Like they're doing like the open world Pokemon stuff now, and then Pokemon doesn't have any real competitor except Digimon, but Digimon didn't take off the way it should have. Everybody, and then there's arguments about like yo, Digimon. It should like the thing that should have won that Digimon Pokemon matchup was it should have been Digimon. Everybody's like Digimon should have won, and they was saying like how like a lot of the stuff like because I think what happened with Pokemon is there was a certain amount of like last one I played was a gold version. There's a certain amount of the demographic that kind of like myself that when they got to their teen years they fell off, and they said Digimon was a little bit more mature than Pokemon as far as like the anime and all that stuff and all the marketing. But Digimon was a little bit more mature, so like it would have held the kids longer because it was a little bit more mature. So it would have held them. It would have held them into their teen years. People said because a certain amount of that because it was like a certain amount of this, a certain I'm gonna lose this shit. It was like a certain amount of the demographic was just like they just gonna fall off because they're gonna age out of it, and they have to like their marketing had to be to capture new kids. Where there was like Digimon was more mature, so maybe that's why it didn't appeal to little kids at first. But they was talking about how they was pretty much talking about how Digimon should have won and shit, and the reason and the age and all that stuff. Like, okay, I see what y'all was saying. And Digimon wasn't. I like Digimon, but and then Pokemon just had the hype train behind it. The toys, the games, the anime. It's just then the card training game. It just had everything. Yeah, I knew I was gonna feel this shit. I watched both and enjoyed both. Yeah, I enjoyed Digimon, man. And so Pokemon hasn't had a serious competitor in that space for years. And then Temtem came along. And I haven't even played Temtem. I seen people play Temtem. People was like, yo, Temtem is like it's just one open squad. Can I jump in with these guys? They said 10. They were like people that was playing 10. It was like, or maybe I am the open squad. Fuck. Telling you, the matchmaking, I'm like, damn. Thought it was more PC players than anything. I feel like I haven't been matched up much since I started playing this. Then again, I am at the beginning of the game too, so could also be the reason why. Bruh, they need to add cross-platform to Warframe. They just they just refuse to sometimes. They just oh man. Now you was here for my crossplay rant earlier. I'm like, wait, you wasn't here for my crossplay rant when I was talking about that? Come on. So I was saying how the first video game I ever played was Super Mario Brothers 2 for the NES, and like I was asking everybody like, hey, what's the first game that you ever played, that you ever remember playing? And I remember it was Super Mario Brothers 2, and I didn't realize that that game that game was made because they felt like they made Super Mario Brothers 1, right? They made that game and they was like, no, it was a hit. Then they made Super Mario Brothers 2, and then everybody thought the game was too hard. They were like, oh man, you know what? This game is actually kind of hard. I'm like, what? Yeah, it's too hard for our current player base. They're like, oh, so what should we do? So we gotta make it easier. And then I guess they were like, yo, we don't got time because we gotta release the game in America, because the Japanese version have released already, but then it was like, yo, we gotta release this game in North America and in Europe. So what we gonna do? So they took another game called Doki Doki Panic and they reskinned it as Super Mario Brothers 2. So it was a whole nother game that they had called Doki Doki Panic. They were like, nah, you know what? Take that game, put the Super Mario Brothers characters as the characters instead of the characters that we had already, and call Super Mario Brothers 2. So that game came out, and it was still a hit. It was still a good game. Everybody was like, oh, this is a good game. But then, some of the fanboys, even back then, when they're like, wait, this is not the game we got in Japan. And they were like, yo, that game is like really hard. And that's why. So there was some, I remember some older folks, and these guys are like 50, these guys are like in their 50s that told me this story. They were like, they remember people trying to get the game, the Japanese version of the game, and they were trying to import it and all this stuff. It was like, these are like the most hardcore back then. Cause remember, they didn't have like a worldwide internet back then. It was just like folks heard about it, and then there's actually there's actually somebody that's traveled to Japan, and they were like, oh yeah, it's a different game. It's not like the internet now. Like if you do that now, people are like, yo, this is a different game they got over here than we got. Like it'll be known that we tried to pass off another game in today's internet, but back then they could get away with stuff like that. Like releasing two different games, and nobody would know until like years later, or even months later, or even years later. So again, I enjoyed the game, even though it wasn't the true Super Mario Bros. 2. So then, when they came out with Mario All Stars, they was like, yeah, this is. So they said they released the Mario All Stars they had. And Mario All Stars for Super Nintendo was like dope. So it had 1, 2, 3, and Super Mario World all on one cartridge. Like, just dope. Just dope. Just dope. One of the few times Nintendo did some cool shit. So they had 1, 2, and 3, but they called 2 the lost level. So if you had that cartridge, they called it the lost level. But really, what that game was Super Mario Brothers 2. I think for me personally, it just turns me off, like, for a game to be unnecessarily hard like that. Wait, I'm trying to think of a game that was hard like that. That I enjoyed. Mario. Not Tetris. Tetris, I actually really like Tetris. It's funny how I've never played any of the new ones. So I really like Tetris. But I know Super Mario World, getting through Star World was challenging. It was very challenging. Like that could make you throw your controller. So I remember it took me months to beat everything in Star World. On Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo, like that was challenging. That was challenging, but it wasn't hard for the sake of being hard. That was something that I felt like, yo, that was challenging to do. But hold on, I will be right back, folks. I gotta take a bathroom break. I've been drinking this water. So usually I drink a gallon of water a day. This is my gallon jug here. But I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. I will be right back. That's my name. Using it to make thumbnails for my YouTube channel, but now if I use something else now. But no, Canva's pretty good. The hardest game for me as a kid was Maximum Carnage. Really? Maximum Carnage, yo. And I beat that game a bunch of times. Maybe that's a game that for me that's supposed to be a tough game, but it wasn't tough for that wasn't a tough game for me. Maybe because I enjoyed it, because Maximum Carnage, you have Venom and Spider-Man. I used to love playing it with my homie E Original. You know what? I never beat it solo. I beat it a bunch of times, but I've never beat it solo. I could tell you that. Every time I've beaten it with E Original. Who's the person that encouraged me to actually get into streaming? Defeat the Sergeant Iliad on Phobos. Okay, so I think the next one for me to get is the Phobos Junction. Defeat 150 enemies on a single mission. Shit. Well, looks like I'm about to be in here for a minute. Only child, so all I do is play games by myself. I was not an only child, but I grew up similar to an only child because my brother and sister are that much older. They're 11 and 12 years older than me. So, you know, growing up, like my sister was around, but you know, my brother was never around. My sister wasn't around, but they were older, so you know, they weren't around. And they was off living their life, doing their own thing. So I had a bunch of cousins and friends and stuff, but I grew up similar to an only child in that sense. So I get it. So it was a lot of times I was playing games by myself, but Original, who is one of the moderators, he hasn't been by in a while. I've been getting on him about that. He convinced me that streaming was a good idea, and then he never shows up to the stream. He's playing Overwatch right now. But anyway, he was probably the closest thing I had to like a sibling my age, because my mother and his mother, they were best friends, and we were like the same age, so we were always around each other. And then we just so happened to move into the same building in New York that he lived in when I was a kid. So, you know, I was at his house, he was at my house, whatever. His mother is my godmother. So that's probably the closest thing to our sister. So we spent a lot of time together, and one of the things that we still enjoy doing to this day is playing games together. And we play a lot of sports together. We play a lot of sports growing up together. Like I said, that was the closest thing I probably had to a sibling my age. Was him. So we beat Maximum Carnage a bunch of times as kids, and we even played it like 4 or 5 years ago. We played it together. Like I came to his house. I had the I don't know if y'all remember the Ouya, the little cube Android console they was trying to hype up. I had that, and I brought it to his house. He was like, "Yo, what can you play on this? This thing looks like trash." I was like, "We can play Maximum Carnage on it." We loaded it up and we played it, and we beat the game. I remember. Yeah, it's much easier with a person. And I don't remember ever playing it, beating it by myself. I remember getting to the end by myself, but I could never beat the boss by myself. Like you definitely need somebody you definitely need a partner to play you beat that game with. I should try to do a stream where me and him both play the game. I need to get him he needs to get a controller though, because I just thought about it. Oh, you know what? There is a way we could play that game on stream. If he don't have a controller, I gotta get him a controller. Since I gotta kill 150, I'm not even. How am I supposed to keep track of that? Just stay in this bitch for like 30 minutes or something. I don't know. 30. I should have killed I should have killed like that many people in like 30 minutes, right? Oh, I got help. Company. But yeah, so but that's also like why even to this day, I like a lot of the beat 'em up games because me and all my cousins and friends and stuff growing up, we all played those beat 'em up games together. So like the Final Fights, the Battletoads, Streets of Rage definitely was a favorite of all of ours. Fighting Force, whatever was a beat 'em up game where like the old Genesis Avengers game where you could play as Captain America, Hawkeye, and all that stuff. Like that was one that we played a lot. There was the arcade version, and then of course they had a home version of it. The Michael Jackson Moonwalker, but the arcade version of that was better. The X-Men games for Genesis, we you know what I'm saying, those were like beat 'em ups that we could play together. Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time, oh definitely that was a favorite. Zombies Ate My Neighbors, which they're remaking. Sunset Riders. There was a lot of games. Smash TV. There was a lot of like beat 'em up games and co-op multiplayer games that we played. Of course, you gotta have your Mario Karts, your F-Zeros, like some of the racing games and stuff like that. Mario Kart was definitely one. GoldenEye, can't go wrong with GoldenEye or Perfect Dark. But it was like a lot of the beat 'em up games we liked. We all played because it was something we could play together. Like the Nintendo 64 was like a system that all those they banked on being a game for like multiplayer. Like a lot of people, like a lot of the games that they were pushing on Nintendo back then was like multiplayer games. They had their single player epics and all that stuff, but like what was selling the systems was like, oh, we got GoldenEye, we got the THQ wrestling games. We got this game. They was really banking on multiplayer back then. But yeah, folks, I'm gonna try to I'm gonna record something tomorrow for like a first podcast. And bring it and look at some gaming topics for the last 2 weeks or so, and talk about them. Try to keep it to like an hour. And then put it out, and I'm gonna put it out on Tuesday. I'm gonna record it tomorrow and put it out on Tuesday. Then see where we go from there. Cause I just know I really want to release those type of things like on Fridays, but I know I'll have the time to record it tomorrow. Be on the lookout. It's going to be on my YouTube. I'm going to look up, seeing if I can put it on Anchor or something like that. I'm going to get this thing started. Hopefully I can get Eva Janelle to do the artwork. We'll see where this goes. I made an episode of that before. Like last year, I made a podcast episode before, and it did pretty well on YouTube with no promotion. Like I had zero idea about like how to push stuff on YouTube as far as having a good title and pushing tags and all that. Like how I know now. Like it got like 100 views just off me. Just hey, Dangerous Voice podcast, and I didn't do any YouTube SEO on it. So I guess something that people actually look for. It's something that people actually look for. So I'm like, okay, let me push it out and see what's up. who knows? I might have like a guest or two later on, you know, later down the line. But, you know, that's for the future. For the future. I figure why not? If it don't work out, then hey, I can't say I didn't try it. I'm not scared. I'm not scared to try. I'm not scared to try something new. I'm always talking about. I'm always talking like I was like, yo, I'm always talking about gaming news and shit. I was like, yeah, I need to like. And then like I watch like some of my other friends have podcasts and stuff. Like CFG's one of my friends that has a podcast who I watch him all the time. Sometimes I be wanting to like jump in there like, yo, you forgot this, or like, or here's something that you didn't know. Like all the time. All the time I'm like, yo, you forgot this, or you didn't talk about this, and I'm like, I be sitting here like, yo, I be knowing some like little tidbit stuff about gaming that people just like. I'm like, I was like, yo, I thought it was like something like I thought everybody knew that. They're like, nah, how did you know that? I'm like, oh snap. So I'm like, you know, maybe I should just make a podcast and then just spill all the stuff that I know out on there. Because I've realized that I've always have a background piece of information that I thought it was public knowledge, and then you couldn't find out that it's not, and it's really just me like listening to other podcasts or listening to other gaming reviews and stuff, and this is how I know this stuff. It's like, yo, it's not like, you know, I'm an industry insider or anything. I just was listening to a lot of other stuff, and then they say it, or it's just, you know, I used to watch a lot of game. So one guy that I used to watch a lot on YouTube, I need to probably start watching him again, was Gaming Historian. And this guy breaks down. You want to know somebody that knows a lot about gaming? Gaming Historian knows everything. Like he'll talk like he had a hour video just about Super Mario Brothers 2 and that whole debacle about them changing the game. An hour video. Like when I literally talked about it today, it took me 10 minutes to talk about it. And I told you everything that you probably needed to know. He had an hour video breaking it down. I'm like, bruh. So that's how much he knows. Like what I told you what I knew. I told you what I knew in 10 minutes. So I'm just letting y'all know, like, hey, it's just that's how much information that this particular person knew about this subject. And that's all. And he was able to make that long of a video on it. And he did like an hour video like that for all of them. Like he made a video for Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, and 3 like that. I was like, bro, what? Just crazy. Crazy knowledge. I still don't know if I even killed the amount of people I was supposed to kill. Just in here, just. We're trying to survive now. It's getting late. I'm like, probably just. You gotta do it in a single mission though. So I'm like, that's why I'm like, I don't want to leave. Melee kills. Oh yeah, I'm done. 207. I didn't hit that mark. I said I got 207 melee kills. I'm like, oh shit, I'm done here. Yeah, 261. I needed 150. Cephalon fragments. Cephalon fragments. Cephalon fragments. Mars.
Hey everybody, what is going on? Serial Overjob here. Today I'm playing in First things first, Codex Scanner. Yourself a lot that you beg to scan. You guys do have the recommend on your screen. I'm not going to equip it just because I don't have it. Full disclosure, I'm pretty new to this game, but I'm trying to make tutorials as I go because I feel like that's the best way. Here's So here we go, we've got Mars. You can just pick any mission. You can see here I picked the mobile defense mission. Probably not the best mission to do this on. Ideally, you want to pick a mission that's a little bit slower, that doesn't have constant thing you can explore. In this case, this is a different fragment that I found, but I'm just because really tried to help you read the map. You're not going to find any on the way to like the extract. You can't find. You need to look around. It's going to be annoying. Like super deep into the map. In this case, that wasn't the case. So what I to sort of.
Awesome. Cephalon fragments. Do not spawn. They do not spawn on defense missions, but they spawn on call it missions. So yeah, gotta. Gotta find them. Sorry, folks. I'm just looking, see where these fragments spawn, and it's telling me, oh, they just spawn whenever. I'm like, great. That's fun. Kind of like. Yes. Yes. Not telling me. Bruh. Just saying, it just shows up in random stuff. I'm like, bruh. Help me help you. What Joe Song used to say. Alright, since alright, so since I'm not getting no help there. Arcwing, no, I don't have an Arcwing. Crossfire, exterminate, sabotage, evacuation, excavation. Just said I gotta open 2 of these joints, right? Cancel. Click for mission. Yes. I think I'm gonna try to find these things. And I'm gonna be out.
Position needs to be compromised. Defend your cargo until reinforcements arrive. Watch out. I'm detecting point fissures nearby.
Oh, my music's too loud. Y'all gotta let me know. Cause it'd be like extra loud for me, but for y'all it'd be like at a perfect level. So y'all gotta let me know. Synth wave today. On that synth wave. Hopefully I don't get a copyright strike on YouTube.
Don't forget the reactor. We need more to hold that round.
Harris blueprint, okay. I need one more. Need one more to be good. Let's see. Got it.
Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
Wave cleared. synth wave, boy. Did I lock the frame rate? I think I did. Yeah, I turned it down. I remember I turned everything down for the stream and whatnot. Still have that resource boost on for another hour. Hold on, folks. Gotta enter in my Amazon stuff. Well, this stuff should be linked already. Just saying this stuff ain't in linked. Since I have a coupon on my Warframe account, but I don't know for what though. Oh, I got like a discount on buying platinum. Okay, that's what I was like, huh? It's a little, I was a little lost. Yeah, folks, I think I'm thinking I'm gonna end it. But I want to thank all of y'all for coming through, man. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to hand it off. Let's see who's on. Let's see who's on my timeline. None of the homies is on, really. Let's see who's in the Warframe category that's on right now. Let's see some folks. If not, we're gonna hand it up to Camera been on for a hot minute. I'm surprised. Yeah, she was on before I come on, and she's still on. Let's see, folks. Let's see. Checking out some Warframe people. You know what? We're not. I made this mistake before. I said I wasn't going to hand the stream off to somebody whose stream I've never been in before. I said this.
Well, because I can't.
There was a reason for that. So.
It's because I don't have the ability to right now. If I did, I would.
Checking out my man.
What up, Joe?
LG.
Bro.
Playing some Sonic right now.
I feel for orcs. Yeah, let me give you an orc.
This looks like Sonic 2. This is Sonic 2 that he's playing.
Oh, we're doing
Yeah, he's saying it says Sonic 2 and 3. I was like, it looked like Sonic 2 from the looks of it.
Been working, man. I see.
No, we're gonna hand stream off to LG. Man, we're gonna show him some love. It's been a while since I spoke to him. It's a lot of people that I'm cool with that don't like him. So, but he's always been a cool dude to me. Never done anything wrong to me. That's why I tell people all the time, like, yo, this guy's a pretty cool dude, man. He's very opinionated, but he's a pretty cool dude, man.
Cause I'm about to be mad, bro. Like that Supersonic, bro, gave the control on Supersonic is
other folk. These other content creators, I'm going to check them out and see if they are on an up and up. I don't have anyone, so do you.
Supersonic, yes sir. Let's go. Oh wow, you wasn't lying, bro. Look at that. Jeez, we just mowed them down like we were doing. Look at him go. Look at him go.
Yeah, we gonna raid LG.
Lucky
Show
Luck
him some
behind
love.
Oh man.
This thing. It's doing that thing again.
Two newbies got it.
It's doing that thing where it's not showing me the raid stuff. Gotta refresh. Yeah, here we go.
Let's do.
Alright, y'all.
You know what? I'm gonna do my.
Until next time, God bless. Good night. Peace. If you are on YouTube and Facebook, the stream's gonna end for you. If you're on Twitch, we're going over to 210 LG stream. He's playing some Sonic. Alright, see y'all tomorrow.
Alright. Oh snap! We got a raid in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, cut through your heads, duck your eyes, hide your kids and your wives. This dangerous voice with the raid. Yo, give me a second one. Yes, sir. How are you, sir? I ain't seen you in a minute. I hope you're doing well. How was your stream, by the way? Hopefully it was better than mine right now. I'm trying not to die. Someone's around to put his ice cream aside. Sorry, Uncle Rick. Welcome everybody. For those who don't know, I am 210 LG. LG in the building. We in here. I feel it, man. I see that. Come on, man. Come on. Losing all kinds, bro. I'm telling you, man. I'm just like, they don't like me. The game don't like me, man. It's like, it's never this hard. Like, you know what? Games never seem to be this hard when you're not streaming, bro. When you stream, it's like, that's when all the games start to get super difficult. Everybody be like, nah, bro. Oh, you streaming? Let me ramp up the difficulty.
Like crazy amount of money on the game.
Oh yeah, she looked dope. I like.
$100 a month, nothing.
Alright, she looked dope.
Now Warframe, one reason why I love
you're
it
not wrong. I
is
will
because it's
say
a
that.
game
You're
in
definitely
you
not
could
wrong
easily
there.
free to.
But yeah, we over here celebrating Sonic, man. 30th anniversary over the weekend. Yeah, you still haven't beat man, bro. You missing out. So yeah, I'm playing the classic Sonic games. We already went through the